You are listening to Dudes at 4 a.m. podcast, episode 7, brought to you by ASU Semi-Formal.
When you're dreaming with a broken heart, the waking up is the hardest part. You roll out of bed and down on your knees, and for a moment you can hardly breathe.
Welcome back. Like I said, this is episode 7 of the Dudes at 4 a.m. It's been a while, but we're still alive. If you didn't know, again, if you forgot, I'm Aaron.
I'm Alex. I'm sorry. That's Brian.
That's Brian, and we are once again the Dudes at 4 a.m. We're back
at UVA.
Back at UVA. They're visiting, and we're back with a punch. We've got a lot to talk about, like some good topics,
Yes.
and
we're joined by 3.
Fortunately or unfortunately, we're joined by by 3 lovely, or not lovely women.
Oh my god, they can punch you.
Technically 4, but one passed out. So.
Yeah.
Big
Our biggest fan, Adrienne. If you ever remember this night, I'm sorry.
You are currently sleeping on the bed, and you are passed out. But yeah, so we have, I don't know if they're gonna say hi, but we have Jenny, Angeline, and Doan.
They want to say something.
Hi, hello. We're really dizzy right now.
So yeah,
So we have 2 ladies, right?
I don't know if they're gonna say anything during this show, but
We will.
if they do, then don't be surprised.
These girls are Aaron's main support group when the dudes are not around. So
Yeah.
they're the trolls.
That's what that's what they like to think.
That's just done.
That's what they like to think.
I just slap you.
So
Punch you.
so yeah, so what's going on? How you guys been?
Yo.
How you guys been? It's been a while. Why have we been gone so long?
We've all.
It is partially because we suck. That would
This
be
will
the
go
easiest.
into one of our other topics later tonight, but basically, we suck. I lied to you in the previous podcast.
Yeah,
We're not going to be back next week. I'm very sorry.
I mean, it's been like 3 or 4 weeks.
It's been a month.
It's just been a lot of like work. Like I mean, we've all been busy. I mean, and I was gone. I was gone last weekend. I wasn't here. We took a trip. The weekend before that, it was hectic down here because we had family weekend
And Halloween.
and then Halloween.
Oh
And
my God.
so there's been a lot of stuff going on.
You call them yours.
Okay, so we should have not brought Dawn here. is my immediate conclusion.
Yeah. Alright.
Um,
And Brian, he's not really conscious right now, but
Hey, fuck you. Love you, cherish you.
yeah, this is a vulgar show. wait, no. Speaking of Halloween, what'd you guys do?
Oh god, stop
Wow.
using my butt as a pillow. It's just my
these
Don't
girls.
mind the background noise. So yeah, what'd you guys do? What were you guys doing for Halloween?
We came down here to visit you.
You did. You guys, we went to the.
Why do you
Halloween
act
party.
like you didn't see us? Are you that cool? Or
Well, remember,
You guys now.
remember, I was driving the whole night.
you were a taxi,
Also my
and
event, by the way.
I got a concussion. Danced
true.
with this girl. That was not cool.
No,
Oh,
I told you to do that.
True.
She hit me.
It's not my fault.
What were you?
I didn't blame you.
Hey,
Were you the
hey, children. What costume were you wearing?
Cyclops X Factor?
It was.
91.
And for the record, audience, his costume was pretty legit too. So for X-Men fans out there, it was a good costume. Brian,
I was here. What do you mean?
He
what are you
was.
wearing?
Where's the sweatshirts?
He was.
What was your costume? I kind of laughed.
What?
Yeah, your costume.
Oh, I was Optimus Prime in formal wear.
It was so weak. It was a
But-
formal Optimus Prime.
Really?
By
was
All I saw was suspenders.
exactly.
By the time you
He was a
I had
robot
taken
in-
off the helmet.
He was a robot in disguise.
I remember that.
Dawn.
Why did you lose your helmet?
Basically,
Disguise.
But
What-
wasn't the helmet big?
oh my god, don't talk too much. Basically, what Brian wore was an Optimus Prime mask, like the ones that make noise, and then like his regular like formal like
like-
suspenders and shirt and slacks and whatever.
So like he was dancing and it's like, hey girl, you're getting rocked. Optimus Prime.
You ever done it with a robot before?
That's funny.
Wow.
Anyway,
Want to be a lesbian?
I think this is the most vulgar show we've had.
It's probably.
I don't know why.
I'll put like a intro rated M for mature.
Yeah. But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
That was
it
good.
was-
How about actual Halloween day? Did you guys like go out? Did you trick or treat or whatever?
I had classes.
Yeah, we all had class. Yeah.
This is the worst to have Halloween on a Monday because everyone's like hungover and tired from Sunday. And
Yeah.
the day before we had a football game, so like we came back from UVA, got like no rest, and then
Oh, true.
went ham on the football field.
True. Anything
Didn't-
else? Good Halloween. Yeah. It was nice. It just kind of came and went.
October went fast, but came hard.
October did come fast. But yeah, so let's get right on to it. So we have a requested topic for today.
Our number one fan who's passed out right now, Adrienne, suggested this topic for us to discuss.
And on the very infamous topic of unrequited love. 2 words I think most people never want to hear in their life.
It sucks ass.
But unfortunately, I think most people can relate. If I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It just works better.
Any thoughts?
I hate it. Hate it. You,
So my favorite analogy for this, of course, as these guys know, is in Harry Potter, where Professor so Professor Snape's unrequited love is, of course, Lily Potter. So that's like
Yo,
that's
for real? I didn't read this other book.
That's-
This is a book. No, I'm kidding. It's a joke. I'm kidding.
Okay, I'm gonna slap a bitch.
that's always my favorite
Call me a
analogy.
bitch?
Yeah.
she didn't call you for dinner.
No,
No,
she didn't
man.
call you anything. Don't worry about it. Oh my gosh, she's like that.
Did you pay for her?
Did I pay for what?
Her dinner?
Yeah, I did.
You better have. Just kidding. Anyway.
You kids.
Unrequited love, guys. This is serious.
What?
It's not. It's just very saddening.
People are just sucks.
Oh God, Dawn should not be here right now. Dawn should really not be here right now.
Not to get confused with just like crushes, but
Yeah.
unrequited love. It's really sad.
So it's funny. So I was at dinner today, and it was kind of funny because one of the girls I was eating with, she said one of her opinions was that any guy can get any girl they want if they try hard enough. That was her opinion, and most of us surrounding her disagree completely.
Wow.
But I think it sort of relates because, you have unrequited love comes from girl. Usually it's usually the girls who don't give the guy any chance, and then, her argument was like if they kept going at it, year after year or like month after month, the girl would finally give in because she was almost saying that girls are quote unquote easy, like not in a bad way, but in a sense that in general humans are attracted to people who give them attention,
No, that's psychological fact.
and so the fact that
Just saying.
any guy, if they just kept going at it, could get a girl. So I don't know. I still disagree, but because unrequited love still exists, like there's still a lot of issues with that field.
I mean, like you said, like if they try hard enough, they give in. That just sounds so sad. Like if it's love, then it'll eventually come, but it shouldn't be forced like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'd have to disagree with her. If I was sitting next to her, I'd just give her a look. if I could glare hard enough into her soul, the argument would melt and die. I don't know. Like, there's a difference between working hard for, like, a girl and then knowing, not that I would know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's like working hard versus knowing that's the one.
Yeah, exactly. And it's weird too because like you can even look into how the times are different. So when back in old times, maybe guys like our parents could have tried hard to get with to get with each other because that's how like the courting system worked. Like you would find a girl or a guy and then you just keep going at it. There's almost this like playful game, but nowadays it's all the relationships that start like are because yeah, it's because they hooked up like and then they go from there, you know.
That's not always true.
But it's more common now than ever before.
Yeah.
I mean, we are also pretty young. So
Everybody's jaded. Everybody got
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
like everybody grew up on this like perfect romantic image.
Oh yeah.
Disney's
I blame
Yeah,
entertainment.
Disney-
Yeah, I blame entertainment.
That's not true.
I love Disney.
Yeah.
But they ruined my image of my perfect girl with like too many perfect girls and too many ugly protagonists.
I think all the Disney princesses have faults. So
I stumbled upon an article like that actually.
no,
That said what?
It was talking about like things you can like things can learn from like the Disney princesses.
Oh, true.
I posted this on your wall on Facebook.
Yeah, because I stumbled on it too.
Oh no way.
You fucked
I
me
got
with
addicted to
this.
stumble upon.
Never eat fruit from old ladies.
No, just don't be desperate.
Don't be desperate. That's good.
Don't live with 7 men.
Yeah.
True.
Oh, yeah, that's so sad.
True,
Like,
true.
Think about it.
True.
You know who wasn't on there though? Mulan.
What the?
Yeah, Mulan was pretty.
Mulan
had her head on straight.
She's a badass princess.
You could learn so much
Wait,
from.
so she wasn't on the list, or
No, she wasn't on. She wasn't on the
There's
list.
nothing that you learn from her because she did all her shit right, I guess.
She was the best princess.
oh, so the
That's
list,
true.
so lists were their mistakes.
Kick ass.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mulan had her head.
I love Mulan. She's my favorite.
Bah, Mulan.
Just honor on your family. But yeah, where were we?
The thing about like unrequited love, it's like
I'm cold now.
I guess since we are a little jaded,
The background chatter needs to stop, please. Thank you.
these chicks adding nothing but Facebook posts. The thing is, like when you're in love, you also have to have your values that you keep in check, and like you gotta realize that even if you're in love, you're not gonna do something that goes beyond your code of like what you expect.
True.
So like if you're going for something in love, you have to know it's right. It's like you can't have love, but oh they do this or oh but they're that, and you're willing to look past it because no one's ever willing to look past it. Those are called broken up relationships.
I guess. And yeah, no, we read like you showed me articles a lot, Brian, like Uncracked about we're still young and stuff, but it's just I blame entertainment about this whole idea that we need to figure out our lives early, and we're just really hyped about things like love and our future, our careers, and it's hard to ignore when early on in college and high school that someone does not reciprocate strong feelings that you have.
I mean, that could be the case, but I feel like people are too worried about what the future is going to bring that you should just enjoy yourself sometimes. Like, to go to a semifinal at a different college for fun.
Yeah.
And I was lucky enough to take a beautiful girl. So, I mean, that's really great.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but that's just something you enjoy.
True. Yeah, it's hard. You gotta learn. We've talked about this before. You gotta learn how to have fun. Forget about the real stuff for a second.
It's tough
You gotta enjoy the little things.
Yeah. Because at least for me, like, there's some unrequited love never goes away. Like it always sticks with you, and even though you might live with it for the rest of your life, I think it eventually becomes something that you appreciate or like that you can deal with because whoever it is you have feelings for, you still care about that person.
Because the type of love can change and evolve.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because you might think you're romantically in love with him, and then when you get put in the friend zone, you just kind of deal with it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, friendship love isn't the worst thing.
Right.
Just sucks at the time.
Yeah.
Well, everything sucks at the time.
True that. But it's just good to. I think it's good because when you don't have someone, but you have unrequited love, it's good to be able to project your feelings onto that other person and still care for them, even though care for them in a really like strong friendship kind of way. even though it's never going to go further than that.
Yeah.
I take like enjoyment in that. Because I don't know. I guess I like to take care of people, but but yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can agree with that. But at some point, you need to take care of yourself.
Yeah,
That's
true.
what I've been saying.
True.
Unrequited love can really take a toll on you.
Yeah.
I mean, just not unrequited love too, but like just sacrificing yourself in general for things like, say, if you're in a group of friends and there's drama, and you're always trying to solve the problems, and you're not like worrying about yourself, like that shit is terrible.
Yeah.
And you just burn yourself out.
Definitely.
True story.
Sometimes, see, because we're cursing a lot anyways, and so like the life model that I've been living by is that everybody has a bag, and this bag is full of fucks, and you just need to stop giving that shit out. Like you just need to keep your fucks in your bag and stop giving your fuck. I'm just saying.
Just don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Don't give out any of them.
Sometimes you just gotta stop giving out your fucks. Just chill out and worry about yourself.
I like that. That's a very chill analogy.
You know,
Chill is a word.
you can't even fathom the amount of fuck I don't give sometimes.
Your bag's loaded, I feel.
Yeah. But
I think I gotta refill my bag.
Yeah.
Can you go to like a gas station for that?
no,
is
you
there
gotta
an
go
equivalent?
find them and bring them back.
Oh,
I was
shit.
going to say you could go to a fuck station, but that doesn't sound.
That sounds a lot worse, actually. Yeah, let's.
Actually, really horrible.
Yeah, let's not use that. Yeah, okay.
There's another thing about like unrequited love is like yeah, we're pretty young and we're also put in situations where we have kind of short time periods, like college standard for maybe 5 years, high school maybe 4 to 5 years, your first job 3 something years, and you go on to like bigger things. And so like we're given these time frames. So when we find things in these high pressure environments, we're kind of like forced to deal with like, oh, if I don't do this right now, this might be the one.
Yeah.
And so that's probably the toughest thing. So you find the girl, let's say, who doesn't share that emotion. How much time do you really have? And then you gotta think
Right.
long term, but you're also in the moment. It sucks.
It's a good point.
Yeah, because like there are a lot of relationships that like people don't remember why they're together, or like if someone asks them a question that like really like a friend asks them a question and they don't get that type of relationship from their their significant other. It makes you think about like why do you get that relationship first? And it might have been because of that high pressure situation, because like maybe you did it because
Of
you
whatever.
settled,
Yeah.
and the unrequited love did not share those feelings.
Yeah.
So you either weren't
That's-
willing to
that's
work,
true.
or you settled on just someone else who can tend to your needs.
Who would give you attention?
Right.
Yeah, that's always the risk. I mean, I know at least like one of my friends that like you brought up a good point where you gotta decide for yourself if the person you're after is worth it or not, because even though we're still young, like there's gonna come a point where people who really care about finding that other person are gonna have to decide whether they move on or keep trying, you know, and you know I know at least one other person who should have stopped earlier than they did, you know, and it's hurting them because of it. So that's always the hardest part.
Yeah.
Because if like even though it may feel good to keep trying, it won't help in the long run.
Because like having the person to talk to is one of the like smallest things that happens that makes such an impact on your day. When you're in the zone, when you're just talking to someone, you have someone to talk to like that, like whether they be casual or just like every day, it changes your mindset on like and changes your priorities. And so like you kind of latch onto that, and then you're not thinking about whether it's long term. It's just like right now it feels right. So
Yeah. It's
I mean,
hard, man.
we're looking at one side of it, but we should really look at the other side of it too, because we've probably at least encountered a case where somebody said they were interested in us.
mm-hmm.
Well, at least I have. I don't know. But,
Yeah, me too.
and it's
Oh,
like,
true, yeah.
because being the would-be lover is hard, but being the rejecter isn't easy either. Because
That's a good point.
there's no script for that. Being the script for the would-be lover is pretty simple. It's like, hey, I like you, and I'd really like to go out with you, and sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
But the script for the rejecter is kind of hard because if you want to keep that friendship, then you don't know what to say generally, or if things like that. And it's like, it's the worst thing when you put somebody on the hook. And when I say you put them on the hook, it's like maybe, but not now or something. And that's the killer. That's the backbreaker.
Yeah, that is the worst.
I'm in limbo. And it's the worst because it happens. I mean, it happens to us daily, but it's dramatized in movies so many times. Like, modern movies now, like, they used to follow a set script where they, like, eventually they'll get their loved one. But now they have, like, stories that end, like, I guess most recently I can think of is the breakup with Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston. And, like, a lot of the conflict was Vince Vaughn trying to get, but Jennifer Aniston's rejection was literally, like, a second or two. But Vince Vaughn had planned, like, 2-3 minutes of, like, just undying love for this girl. And the rejection is, like, all 2 seconds. But there's so much thought that goes into it. So I guess we talked a lot about the one side is because we are exposed to that side a lot. Yeah. We always see the journey to try and find that love. But we never see the side of rejecter because it is such a sudden role to be placed in. And if you're not feeling it, then the only time you're put on notice about it is when the person brave enough to talk to you talks.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, but at the end of the day, I think the most important thing is to keep your friendships and not waste something that could be really good. So whether you're gonna reject someone or whether you're pining for someone who's not giving you what you want back, I think at the end of the day, what you have to value most is the friendship that you have. And just keep it the way it is, as close to it as possible.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it really does suck. Yeah. There's no easy way around it, and there is a pain to follow when you try to get into the roles of being a friend, and you have such undying passion for the person.
Yeah.
Oh, you really can't control it.
Oh, yeah.
But you have to.
I mean, yeah. If we had to go around, I mean, I have a situation like that. I know.
We all have.
I know, Brian. Yeah, but we've encountered that in college already. So.
On another note, for anybody who says like because you're young that you don't know what love is, like that's some bullshit.
Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, it is.
Because like even if it's not the same thing as like getting married, even if you're not ready to get married to somebody, there are some people who do like not know what love means and they just throw it around or whatever. But there are people in the same way there are people at like 15 who know what it is.
Yeah.
Because like it's just
Taylor Swift.
I guess if you want to use her as an example.
She seemed to know what it was. Better than.
Like, you never know when you're going to find it, and it is different for every person. So, yeah, Brian makes up a very good point. Like, when you know it's there, it's there. So, telling someone that they don't know what it is really contradictory to your own beliefs. Because usually, I would think everyone wants to find love in some sort of way. And whether it be like a married type of relationship or just being with someone together and enjoying their company, or even just friendship, they know what love is, and they know when it's right. And so, I guess to make this message a little more poignant, don't let someone else define what love is for you, because it's different for everyone.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
I feel like everybody at some point asks themselves, like, how do I know I'm in love? But then, like, if you're asking yourself, you kind of know. I feel like you know somewhere inside you. But I mean, at the same time, there are people who just have things that don't normally happen to them when they're with a certain person.
Yeah,
I guess. Because like, with me personally, I don't get nervous when I talk to people, and it's just because I'm a communication major, and it's just something I've gotten used to.
Right.
And it's like one of the things I'm pretty good at. And it's like, even when I'm nervous, I don't stumble over my words or anything. Like, my tell for me personally is I feel my heartbeat faster. And that's just something for me. And so when I know, like, I can feel my heartbeat faster when I talk to somebody. And that's kind of a big deal. It hasn't happened.
That's interesting.
More than, well, it hasn't happened often that way.
I think I just get, like, flustered.
You get flustered?
Yeah, it's like, don't know what to do.
Oh, that's cute.
like legit, yeah, like a preschooler.
You turn red?
I don't think I turned red, but
You don't think you turn red?
I think you turn red.
I think it's all in the inside.
I think you turn red.
You think so?
You have a heart on your face. You turn red.
True.
You have a heart on your face?
Yeah, he
That's
got the
what
stamp
that
on
is.
his
Oh,
face.
you put the
Stamp, yeah.
I thought, I was like, Aaron, are you bleeding? It's like, man, what'd they do to you?
Remember, Aaron got his face sucked off.
Yeah. Oh, man, Aaron.
That's yeah.
But yeah, unrequited love. A little bit of a depressing topic, but
We did trail off a little bit there, but yeah, going back.
But
It-
yeah,
it
no,
is-
It's
it is a topic that should be discussed because it is so common. Mostly all my friends have had it in some sort of way,
yeah.
and it really does affect people really deeply.
I'd be surprised if like somebody went through life never experiencing it, because at
Yeah.
some point I feel like it has to happen.
I mean the only cases would be like people who get married, but they knew each other since they were like kindergarten or whatever.
Like
Yeah.
up.
But even
Like up.
even had they known each other from kindergarten, you would think at some point it's not like they knew each other since kindergarten and then they like turned 15 or whatever, and they're just like, okay,
True.
let's date, and then like they turn 25 and they're like,
True.
let's get married. At some point you would think they at least
Boy
did.
Meets World.
Yeah.
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 And even in Boy Meets World, he dated other
Yeah,
people
he did.
when
Yeah,
they were.
and because him and Topanga didn't start till a little bit later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Topanga.
Good point. Yeah, I think like whenever you have a real talk with people, I think if they have problems, like love, not only love but specifically like unrequited love is the thing you hear about the most.
Yeah.
Especially in college.
Yeah. And it is hard to separate because people do get feelings like crushes mixed with like
Yeah.
loneliness and just trying to find someone to be with versus love.
I mean, yeah, because the interesting thing is a lot of people seem to think that it's like one moment and you get one shot at it, and if you don't take that shot, then you're kind of boned. But it's like, how, I don't know, there's just so many quotes that go around in life that you hear, that you just listen to, and it's just, I remember I stumbled on one the other day, because I've heard it before, but I
Like
saw it,
stumble or stumble upon?
stumbled upon. But yeah,
Love that saying.
because I've heard it before, but like, it was in a picture, so like the words were in the picture of a tree,
Yeah.
and it talks about the apple tree, and it talks about how like the best girls are at the top of the apple tree, and it's like guys don't climb to the top because they're afraid of falling, so they take the apples at the bottom or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Wow, I didn't hear that one.
You've never heard that before?
No.
Yeah.
My mind's blown. It's not because of
It's a very good point.
the lateness.
Because I mean, let's
I like that analogy.
how many times they say you're afraid to fall from the tree, but how many times have you fallen from the tree? That's the unrequited love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, physically, falling from a tree sucks. Emotionally falling from a tree, that's
It's
pretty bad.
really bad, yeah.
So,
Yeah, man. I mean, that's part of life. You just gotta roll with the punches, man.
I mean, because like we're talking, like I said, most people think it's like one moment that happens in your life, but I mean, I don't think that's the case. 'Cause
No,
I feel
yeah,
like,
definitely not.
I feel like if it was meant to be, then you get opportunities again and again.
Definitely.
Because it's like, what's that one quote? It's luck is when opportunity meets preparation, right? Like
Yeah.
Oh.
Interesting.
I've heard that one.
And that's not necessarily something people usually apply to love, but I feel like maybe it could be applicable in this case. Because maybe you never noticed that
Right.
you got that opportunity with that person before, but eventually you do, and you're finally ready for it, and your prep is ready, and then that's luck.
There's your good luck, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man.
That's a lot to grasp, but
Yeah.
I'm quite love.
I mean, we're talking really quietly.
Yeah. I mean,
Because
Anything-
the girls kind of fell asleep on us.
Yeah.
it's all right. They made
think
their
I saw that
impact
coming.
here.
They made their impact. And
Okay.
We just all need to fuck and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anything else personal? Anything like
Honestly, I'd rather not go into the personal because, it does affect me so hard.
I
Just
know.
take from drawn experiences, though. Brian made this point very clear because, honestly, I've been having a really crappy week, and we'll go into how crappy October is. But I need to pick my battles. And whether the battles with friends or battles with finding a suitable partner, or like just trying to find girls, trying to just get out of my rut. I have to be a lot more aware of like the fights I get into, or like the situations I put myself in. Sometimes it's just crap.
Maybe when we were younger, you could get into every battle that came your way because you know you're a lot more spry. But honestly, I feel like once you get to a certain age, I kind of made a small quote about it the other day. I was just like, how can you know what battles are worthwhile if you fight every battle?
Yes. Yeah,
And like, it's true that you gain experience if you fight every battle. Like, people pointed that out to me. I was like, okay, you make a valid point. But what I'm trying to say is, if you fight every battle that comes your way, then you're not going to have time to fight the battles that are worth it.
That you really care about, yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I have gone into the wrong battles and lost because I was fighting for the wrong reasons. And so, in my quest to find love somewhere, I'm a little more conscious now. I've learned to take a little more, take it easier on myself, because I'm the one who fights for the good fight and fights for what potentially is right when people don't want to. I mean, it's just taking its toll on me.
If we're done talking about unrequited love, then I think we should just use a quote to sum it up best that I feel, because when I heard it the other day, I was like, this is probably, because are we good?
Yeah.
Does anybody need to throw anything else in there?
Anything?
Slide anything else in there?
I think I'm good.
I think
the
best way to summarize unrequited love is how does it feel to not be noticed by the person you notice most? And it's like giving a painting that your most beautiful painting that you ever drew to a blind person. And that's basically what it feels like. And a lot of people take different sides on what that quote means, but I'm just saying it's that they can't appreciate what you have, basically.
Yep.
And it's your, like, greatest gift.
Right.
Yeah, I like that quote a lot, actually, yeah.
I guess, because I am an art minor, that really does speak to me, because you said your most beautiful painting, not the. And knowing anyone who has, even if you just drawn, like, the simple satisfaction in making a mark is so impactful. And think about how much time someone spends on artwork in relationship, and compare that to how much time people spend on a relationship. Every little thing you did build up to this one point.
True.
And not having it reciprocate is so devastating.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a powerful quote.
You put in that work, but you don't get the reaction.
It's like school. Damn it.
All right.
Means a lot, man.
Like school
This doesn't apply in this case.
All right.
Yeah, you're right.
You don't get the equal reaction.
There's no equal but opposite reaction.
Right. So I think that's all we have to say on Unrequited Love at the moment.
Definitely.
But we're going to go into a bigger topic, because we are dudes, because we are young, and because we have lively childhoods. It's that magical time of the year.
Yeah.
It's November.
So
And November for every video gamer is like Christmas.
Oh my god, I can't wait to talk. Yeah.
This is the list of our favorite upcoming games for November and the holiday season.
And the ones that have come out already for
Right.
November.
And we're also going to talk about games of the year.
Possible
nominations. This list is long. Prepare yourself.
To like fuck each other and they can't because they're all dating each other.
Yeah.
/ everyone should
Okay.
just have sex with each other and then all the problems will be solved.
There's your blooper.
Derp.
Right there.
Derp.
I'm not.
Let me see that dirt.
There's no explanation for the hiatus. We fucking sucked.
That's the explanation.
That's it.
Go on.